Thank you. Yes, go.
No, then what if like you pass your math, then you fail your EL, and then how?
Good luck to you, lo.
Huh?
You either retake or become private candidates. By the way, if you want to do private candidates in ISO private school, is 3 months is about $5,000 just to take your O-level. Yes, don't your eyes so big. I tell you, I got this stupid idiot godson. Really stupid idiot now. He's recording. I'm very disappointed of him. I literally use all the effort when I talk to him. Sorry.
Why?
Because he can't wake up. He can't wake up his bloody. He make his mom cry every day. And his mom is like my sis like that. Okay. So to be honest, 5,000 Raymond. Private candidates, can you imagine 1 year will be 10,000? No, 20,000 just to take O-level. No. Xiao, right? Xiao, no, seriously, 这些人真是砍菜头嘞。所以我跟你讲 ，O-level 你才还几百块，如果你是新加坡人还是 PR， 你才还10几块，而且你 exam 不用还钱，你懂哦 ？Private candidates 我的 student retake 2次加赢，1次100块呢，不用100多块 plus GST 呢。有没有 ？I'm serious 呢？你去 check， 只一个 subject 100多块，你 imagine 5个 subject 就600多块了嘞。This paper is recognized more than 100 countries in this world. Okay, good question, Mimian. Sorry to say, if you feel English, good luck to you. So at least smelly 臭都要拿一个 C6 如果你 feel sorry 这个世界就是这样的。你去到，如果你去 JC imagine your English is C6, the rest is A1. Oh, C6. I think better don't do group work with this person. It's not very good. I'm so sorry. We are talking about Raffles. We are talking about Hwa Chong. We are talking about Victoria. We are talking about National Junior College. Very sad, very scary. Welcome to the real world, man. Telling you, I'm seriously.
So then like if your math fail, you must also retake
ITE. You don't know what is ITE, right? You know what is ITE?
Yeah.
ITE the people half of them 会读书的，抽烟、打架、闹事。Sorry Raymond, Galvin, 嘉莹不是我看不起，因为我带过很多学生去那个 ITE， 每次都这样 ，Mr. Sean， 哇，他们打架嘞！我以为学生打架。我看到3个学生在打架，在那边打。我跟你讲，你看我做什么？你瞪我做什么？然后我走过，他们看我。So maybe my face look like gangster face So I stare at them, they stare at me. 对不起，老师，我在讲做么？你们拍戏打架，开玩笑。Seriously IT 50% cannot study one. They are all using skills, mechanic, cut hair, retail. 做这些东西不是看不起他们they really cannot study. 他们就是不可以 study. NT 的 student 不懂什么是叫 equal sign. Seriously, I just taught an NT student. He doesn't know this one. X3, Uncle Raymond, what is X3? You know Raymond, when you fill out the form, Raymond, you know like male, female, or sorry, single, married, divorce, or what, right? Or master degree, PhD. O-level, A-level, then you put the X3 like delete, correct? Delete means strike, strike. You go and circle. I say X3 means delete those words that are not necessary. Oh, sorry, I don't know what is the meaning of X3. Kelvin, you might think, are you sure not? Yeah, because he come from Thailand. He's already 20 years old, come to take English. He worked very hard, but his maths is very good. 不要狗眼看人低Okay, you are facing a teacher who respect all race and expect all academics. 没有一样东西做不成的。我的 NT student 有几个已经读大学出来了。So nobody can dare to tell me, Uncle Raymond, 你看不起 NT 的人你鸡蛋，你这个杂种，你这个王八蛋什么？不是To me, every student is my leader. As long 你只要放进决心，你一定可以做到嘉颖。So 刚才你跟我讲到，哇，你这个不要 straight, you should be happy. No, you should be happy. You know why? Because when you turn back the clock and say, look, hey, well done, man. I make for you. So 我跟你讲 ，next year 你拿 result 的时候，你死而无憾。你懂为什么这样讲吗？I done my best already. 你爸爸妈妈讲，我这个乖宝贝儿子Raymond 已经尽力了，看他整天这样用功，整天跑来跑去。你不是游手好闲去外面玩呢？听清楚因为我已经很吃亏，我在中山的时候就是这样。抽烟、打架、闹事，不要逃学威龙什么，所以真的我经过，说 I understand 的痛苦。如果今年如果我 Sec3 好好读书，我现在不可能坐在这边教书了，大哥，我已经在英国读我的 law 了， 我已经做律师了。Seriously， 我不是跟你吹牛哦 ，Raymond。Seriously，but 有时候是天意啦 ，Gavin 对吗？有时候是天意。所以我跟你讲，你们这个时候不要 stress，just shut up，do a good job and do a good one，that's all。不爽的话 ，just talk to Uncle Raymond。Seriously， Uncle Raymond，I damn what is this？Tell me，take me as a punching bag，punch me，slap me，slap me。It's okay. Yeah, don't look at me like that, because you don't see a teacher like that, so you feel very awkward. Welcome to the real world. You haven't 如果你是这样在外面 I tell you 你还没有看到那些老板直接骂你，哇送用Raymond don't mind I take you Gavin. So Gavin, you got a degree and can't even do this job What is this, man? Raymond, you have a 10 staff and you can't even do a proper job. What is this? And both of you are working in the bank. Every month you're drawing a $10,000 salary. Okay? I've seen that. I've been working in the bank. I work in Citibank. I work in DBS Bank. I work with the Bank of Switzerland. I work in Siemens Mattress. I work in Fuji Xerox and all the multinational company. Some bosses are damn asshole, I'm telling you, because they need a KPI, key performance index. Right? So be honestly, man, don't keep asking me why I feel this. Now it's just shut up, everyone. Pass your exam. Just spend time and do your job. Cannot 打破砂锅问到底. Think about the first 5 years of your life, when your mom gave birth to you, lost so many bloody blood for you to give birth to you. Every night wake up and feed you. When you're vomiting, your poo, your pee, or everything. She never complained a single word. Your father worked like hell just to bring bread and butter on the table for you. Today you can now think rationally. Hey, study 而已不是叫你去卖东西你还没有看到我一些did I show you some of the pictures so those who are really very, very bad one. Okay? 我的学生有些他们奶奶要剪纸皮要维持生活，在新加坡。我一些中国学生父母亲离婚了，妈妈在另外一个地方，爸爸不跑去哪里鸡蛋糕，他一个人在这边生存。Shut up, do a good job. My policy to my students, just shut up and do a good job. Because your parents really 咬紧牙根为了你而生存。So please, study 而已嘞。真的，我不明白为什么你们要叫苦连天。读书是为了你将来，读书是为你的 future. So don't worry, you guys can make it one. 你这样 say, I know it's very stress Uncle 你讲很容易咯，你都考完试，其实不难的。其实读书是不难的，只要你对它还了解的话，其实是不难。Uncle 你在讲废话嘞。我跟你讲 if I hate math if I hate math so much I can smelly 臭都可以拿到 B3 for my O level and I smelly for my A level I 可以拿到 E8 and I know my DY/DX did very well for my E-max my A-max sorry got E8 okay I'm proud of it. You know before my A level exam I still study for my A-max I remember that, but because I spent a lot of time for my history and my literature. Okay, so I already make up my mind because my generation Gavin, I cannot give up the subject. If I give up subject, I have to go and see principal. Not like now, Raymond. I give out, then you just write letter. Then okay, go. Because the school say don't affect my KPI, better give out. If not, the T score is wrong. I tell you, this is sucks. If the school do like that, it really sucks. I'm telling you, it really sucks. And this recording. If I'm the principal, I will tell, if you are my student, you want to give up, I leave it to you. If you feel like give up. But I will never give up on you. Your parents will never give up on you. If you want to give up now, you will regret for the rest of your entire life. Because I never give up my entire life. Because I never give up my A-max. I go for it, even I got E8. I'm telling you right to your face now. I never give up. So people, yeah, I feel. But I still go to the war. I know I'm going to the war, I will die, but I still 死而无憾。这是最重要一点。不要说你看这个 Raymond 喵老 Z 啦 ，give up 就是他不会咯，就是这样咯。give excuses 生病啦，什么 COVID，people 会这样讲废话的 Raymond。To be honest， 不要管他们讲什么废话 ，I'm so sorry。只要你问心无愧，你觉得做对了就好。Okay， so that's why I'm saying that. Why? Because it's a culture. We are Asian people. We want to bring out the best value of it. That's very important. Okay, every time when you feel down, dejected, stressed, think of your parents that they give birth to you. Think about the amount of the blood your mommy lost during the pregnancy when delivering of you. Think about the 产后忧郁症你懂什么是产后忧郁症 right? The prenatal blues Most of the mommy 会有的嘞，只是早还是晚还是可能以后嘞。哇，你妈妈的牺牲不要浪费嘞 ，not worth it 嘞 ，seriously damn not worth it 嘞。你现在不是跟你的 boyfriend girlfriend break off 咯 ，no big deal because 我跟你讲，绵绵 Raymond 王康 and Gavin and 嘉颖，这种东西我每次讲到几千遍了，几百遍了。Seriously, my own children or every year is the same one. Because the bottom line is just shut up and do a good job. Trust me. Focus, really focus.
Uncle Raymond, so like if you fail English, you will also go IT.
Yes, very sad. It's a stupid system. Okay, wait. It depends on how bad you feel. If you got F9 and your maths got, not you, if the student got F9 or maths or English, sayonara.
Like D7 or E8.
D7 还有话讲，E8 拜拜了，你准备 private candidates 5000块每3个月了
Wait. But if your maths D7, you go IT, right?
没有
Maths
不一
D7.
定，如果你的 English still 拿很好，每个 subject pass，你的 maths fail 的话 D7，你可以去 polytechnic，but confirm 不可以去 JC。Number one, then after that 他会叫你 take 一个 basic course for the math in the poly。And then if you fail again, that student will be sayonara, will be kicked out of poly. So practically 你浪费很多钱，因为 poly 很贵的。So practically E-maths.
I see. So like
I'm not saying
okay.
E-maths. I'm not saying A-maths. I'm talking about E-maths. Right, Jiang? I'm talking about E-maths. I'm not interested in your A-maths. If your E-maths cannot pass, then you don't do A-maths already. I'm just telling everyone. Seriously. It's E-maths. E-maths got A1, English got A1, you can go GC and poly. A-maths is an extra. But I know some schools do that. Okay?
Okay, I
So
know like
this one,
so but like if my English D7, I can still go poly.
depends on what courses, yes. I got a lot of students, they got D7 and they are going to graduate. Some retake, cannot make it, still got D7. Some retake D7 to B4. So I got two cases. like that.
So feeling which subject is worse?
Both
Like equally worse.
equally worse. Sorry. But even though they change the system, so my advice is you need to pass at least an E-maths. Okay? So let's talk about this one, children. So much of this discussion. So how do we respond to tension arising from social impact of globalizations? So we talk about this. What is the difference between hybridization and homogenization? It's the same thing. Maybe you're asking me, what happens if I fail my math or fail my English? In fact, both are equally important. I think the government has done a good job in the sense that math is still important because if you go to university, even my uni also got math to be honest, but I did not do well, Raymond. But now you know why. Let me explain to you, Raymond. Even though I got E8 for my A math, but when I go to university, there's math. The A maths has kind of helped me to more mature thinking. Trust me. So all my friends who are do well for E and A maths, solid, no? When they come from university math, they all very good. I was like, what the F? I really don't know. Seriously, then I asked them to help me, Gavin. So they help me. So when they come to English, they write thesis, Uncle Raymond is the king. So Raymond, they ask, hey, brother, your English very the powerful one. Can you help me to check my grammar? So he said, so 你看这个好处，他帮我 math， 我帮他 English， 都会跟他讲，哎，这个不可以这样写。哇 ，brother steady 啦，我按摩不好，my 按摩 no good, my English no good. So you see, but then I asked them, hey, why? Oh, because I come from a technical stream. I come from science stream. Because all my subjects are math and science. Because my English only C5 and C6. That's my generation, my generation. But your generation is different already. Everyone can score A1. It's so damn bloody tough for you. So your stress, in fact, consider mine. In my time, I still can relax one. I still can relax, got no CC ending, very nice, very brisk. Seriously. Then Uncle Raymond, why my generation like that? Because, ladies and gentlemen, technology. Seriously. It's all about technology. You know, now you got this GPT.
GPT.
GPT 那笑嘞，那个更惨 stress to you 咯。Okay, let's read, Gavin. 王刚 you ready anytime turn on 哈 ，don't worry OK go 慢慢吃，不要紧张 OK， 不要吃到这边有东西，这边有东西，这边有东西啊OK let's go。
What is the difference between hybridization and homogenization? Homogen
Homo you think I'm gay homo which is true joke I thought like that. Also, man, don't go and keep asking me what happened you feel math, what happened you feel English. Sorry to interrupt, Gavin. Okay, you continue 这样 negative， 你早晚是 confirm 去 ITE 了。OK， confirm 的。你一直讲可不可以？你看每个人像我没有头发可是 Raymond 我讲有一天我有头发怎么样？ But I give up already. I give up whether I got hair or no. You know why? My concentration is to help my student and myself to do better. That's all.
So I think I should stop thinking. I should just try my best and see the result.
No need to see math lah. You just shut up don't mind I'm very blunt to all of you All of you are not just me. Just shut up and keep doing it. 熟能生巧，听过这句话对吗？滚瓜烂熟，对吗？ It's not practice make perfect ladies and gentlemen. It's perfect practice make perfect. I can practice 100 times, but I never hit the bullseye. I keep perfect practice to perfect the skill, to get the best perfect performance. 记住，不要追求完美，你要追求10全10美，不一样世界上没有完美的人我老婆要完美，可是我老婆很胖，我很难看。Nothing wrong I love my wife, she is 她胖是她的事吗？我不等于要找那些苗条的女孩子对不对 ？Let's be honest， 我是男人Nothing wrong. Same thing 他可以找比较 handsome 的 guy 可是为什么呢？嘉颖一个字，信任。It's the years of perfect the relationship. 信任。Same as your parents, trust me. Okay. Then 你跟我讲这么多废话做什么 ？English literature 文学，英文 language is the most powerful than number. Trust me. Don't argue with me. Okay, not because I'm an English teacher or humanity teachers. I can tell you, you prove to me that number is better than language. 我五体投地。Okay, carry on. Homogenizations implies a westernized. Carry on.
Homogenization implies
homogenization.
Homogenization implies a westernized, particularly Americanized imposition of culture and consumer products on virtually all societies, which are reached by its neoliberal agenda. Pictures 1996, Harvey 2007. While hybridization signifies a blend of local and global practices or local or other local elements.
I want you guys by the end of today's lesson it's a must you have to tell me which one is better. Is it homogenization is better or hybridization is better? For me, I start first. It's definitely better to have hybridizations. Okay. Remind me Jia Ying later. Remind me about this Vietnam 越南小吃在新加坡记住这个一定要讲Okay. So this one thank you. So Kevin. So you read this, say, oh my goodness, homogenization is Americanization very true. The moment you go to shopping center, Nike, Adidas, Starbucks, Coffee Bean, you tell me which one is not American product. Dell, bloody hell, Dell computer.
Uncle Raymond, Adidas is actually German.
Oh, is it?
Adidas is actually from Germany.
I know Reebok is from UK. Confirm, Reebok is from UK.
And Nike, I'm not sure, but Adidas is definitely
US.
from
I
Germany.
think Nike is US. Okay. Very simple. You go any shopping center, sure got this one. Ready? 1, 2, 3. McDonald's. Confirm one. Burger King, KFC. You realize that? Of course, now you got a lot of Japanese food coming along, which is good. But do you know in Vietnam, they do not allow a single McDonald's to be in Vietnam. When I was there in 2000, I went there. Literally, you can't find a McDonald's. I'm telling you. You know why? Because of Raymond, you know Vietnam War, right? So they anti-American. So it should be anti. Okay, back to you, Jia Ying.
Homogenization has a great impact on local food culture, as it results in the food landscape to be dominated by foreign food establishments, e.g. fast food companies may seem more appealing to people as they offer a wide range of food that is affordable and convenient. As more people consume from these foreign food establishments, consumption of local and traditional food reduces as it may not be appealing to younger gen. Leads to its decline, which affects local businesses. Thus, local food culture may be lost as business close due to lack of customers.
Very sad, no? That means if one day my favorite 饺子、小笼包、叉烧包、大包、玲珑包，什么包啊 ？That means 以前中国就已经有汉堡包了，只是他把它这个包不一样的形状了，可是变成另外一个汉堡包 take over。So 有可能吗？嘉颖 ，since you are reading this， 有可能把那个饺子做成汉堡包吗？完了咯，完了，嘉颖，你看你 Americanization 了，Homogenization 了，为什么不可能？天下无难事，只怕有心人哎。你听过这句话哦？不是说不可能，我有想过嘞，我真的有想过要做这行哎。That means 就是东西合并不是那个丁东方跟西方文化合并I say in Mandarin don't mind The Western and Eastern culture mixed together. There's one question I would like to ask of you. This is an English question, English essay. Which one do you think is better? The Western medicines or the Eastern medicine, or the Western's medications better or the Eastern medication better? Which one do you think? I leave it to you. I leave it to you. For me, of course, I would believe in Eastern medicine. But in terms of acupunctures and what do you call the anesthesias, or no, what do you call the 麻醉? What do you call Is it anesthesias? What is it? I can't suddenly remember the words. In order to numb you, 有打麻醉药对吗？你听过华佗吗？你有没有听过华佗？华佗有哦，华佗不是要跟曹操开刀对吗？那是你看，西方文化跟东方文化不一样Okay, why I'm just sharing this is got to do with the homogenization and hybridization. Singapore government is very smart. They mix into two. Galvin is called rojak. You know rojak, right? Rojak. Do you like to eat rojak? I like to eat rojak. Okay. So, Jiaying, how if this type of things you cannot use 小笼包 or 玲珑包 to make burger. So, what can you think of West Eastern products to make into more enticing for your next generation to eat? Back to you. You haven't started this topic, I believe you haven't started this topic yet,
No, we start already.
Start already,
Yeah.
Okay, good. Jiaying, start already? Well, you're damn fast in your school. Okay, since Raymond, what you start already? How do I make my 小笼包 into a burger? Or other Chinese food into a burger?
Add water.
Add water.
What kind of response is that?
Never mind. You add water 没有错啦。Add water.
I mean, right. Carbohydrates. Okay. How do you make a 小笼包 into a burger, right?
How to make it into a burger?
Good question. You see, right? What's it? You take 2 pieces of bread, you cook it in a Western manner, and then you take out the components of the 小笼包 and then place it in a Western manner, and then here you get whatever 小笼包 burger, and then which is very very similar to 山东肉夹馍。
对，扣肉包对吗？幸亏王康吃饱了，不然他看到你这样 display， 我看他已经恶心饱了，我也不敢吃。开玩笑开玩笑。Very good idea. Why are we focusing on the food? Why can't we ask Michael Jordan to eat 小笼包? Why can't we ask the American people to eat 小笼包? You get the idea? You get what I'm saying, Raymond? We don't emphasize so much on the food. We get the celebrity. People eat the food because they follow celebrity 嘛，对吗 ，Raymond？ 对不对？你看啊 ，Raymond， 如果你跟我，hey, this is Raymond Meow, this is Raymond Shaw, both of us are eating the 小笼包 burger. Who the hell is this two cow? They won't buy. True, Raymond. But if you ask those celebrities like Xi Jinping, no, not Xi Jinping, maybe the German ambassador, United Nations ambassador, or some famous celebrity and eat 这个包，我跟你讲 different. You see, that is called a different meat breeds. Trust me, trust me. You know why? Because whatever I ask you is the next questions. Mian Mian, can you carry on?
Homogenization and hybridization in entertainment. Example 1, Korean influence. Korean influence. With globalization, it allows influence of entertainment from another country to be spread more quickly. Example, the rise of Korean pop music in many parts of Asia. While Korea was previously known for its electronics and shipping industries, the rise of a Korean wave, Hallyu is greater in increase in popularity of many other products associated with Korea, example, cosmetics and food.
Exactly. They use celebrity, they use this one. So they use entertainments, correct, Raymond? So if you want to emphasize on the food, why don't we emphasize on out of the food, like entertainments, to bring the food to the next level? So Gavin, okay, so what got to do with my study? Because Gavin, if you're going to JC, there's this project work. How can you pitch your products? I say you're going for business study or law. How can you pitch these products to explain to your examiner, explain to your shareholders, or explain to your business partner or your directors or your employer or even your customers? So this is where social study will help you in sense that different topics might entice you because we are dealing with what, Gavin? Human factors. Okay, hope you understand, huh? Okay, now let's move on to culture harmonizations. For example, here. Okay, so those of you, Wang Kang, have you done this topic already? Wang Kang? Hello, Wang Kang. Can you hear me? Have you done this topic already?
No.
Not yet, huh? Okay, so please pay attention, how? Of those of you who don't have, so it'll give you a head start. Now, culture harmonizations is like culture harmonization refers to an idea of different cultures that transform. That means it may take over your original culture, very dangerous. So, okay, look here, homogenizations refers to the increasing similarity of cultures that take over like homogeneous, unified. Now, hybridization is referred to the interaction between the local culture and throughout the world, which lead to the transformation of mainstream of cultures. Now, example, the style and dress, which is this one in my English lesson, we talk about cultures and fashions. So every month we have different topics. I think Gavin, you can ask it. So this one we talk about cultures and fashions. So different cultures across the world have different attires based on their tradition, like the climate, religions, and other factors. So you see, when a person wearing sari, or when a person wearing sarong, or when a person wearing qi pao, or when a person wearing a cowboy hat, or when a person wearing a very traditional kimono, you know they are coming from different cultures. But then again, can this break into different hybridization? Why is it important? Because we are living in a 21st century world, that there are things changes. As a result, we must keep changes. Ever since the Industrial Revolution started, the whole world has been started. Then, worse still, when the internet exploded and started the internet, then people say, oh my goodness, what did he dress like that? Oh my goodness, Jackson Wang dressed like that. Oh my goodness, you look at the BTS dress like that. You see, that is where the power of internet, all right? However, as a result of cultural homogenizations, the ways that people dress are increasingly looking similar across the globe. When he likes jeans and t-shirt, why can't people wear Chinese clothes? You know, those runway model 走那个跑道. Most of the time is the Italians and the fashion designer running on the catwalk. But now China are doing that with their own catwalk, with their own model, which I think is very good because it brings back the Chinese culture and the traditional value. So it's just like in Singapore, in Japan, but most of the time you see Europe are the one who start off all this fashion. Okay, so look at this one, crash of civilization, you see, and McDonaldizations and hybridization. I was right, you see. McDonald. Can you all think of beside one McDonald? That Asian. Anyone? Everyone must think of one. I start first, Hai Di Lao. Do you think Hai Di Lao will be able to penetrate to Europe and America? Do you know Ding Tai Fung will be able to penetrate Europe and America? Okay, Gavin, what other products do you think? Because they will be asked you for SRK and SPQ.
How about?
Oh, okay, good. Fair enough. Well done. Wang Kang?
Oh, Starbucks.
Okay, thank you. Raymond?
WeChat.
Oh, well done, WeChat. By the way, Wang Kang, the Starbucks is actually in your textbook. Okay, Jiaying.
Apple.
What did you say? 苹果 Apple 啊？为什么不要讲榴莲？Okay, just kidding. Yes, Apple products. You see, Apple products is actually an American product, but do you know they are manufactured in China? So who is annexing? Who is the one who asked China to produce? And they are the ones saying China is going to colonize, are going to take over. Very funny. 他们讲话好像在放屁 sorry. Mei, which one? Mei, are you there? So look at this, the cultural difference is immutable and achievable, serve as a defense form, okay? So crash of culture, people want to protect. Now see this one, okay, please read a bit. So this one makes is that, how can, you realize, Gavin, during Chinese New Year, right, McDonald's will come out with some 发财 burger, some peach, prosperity peach drinks, 对吗? Then Hari Raya will come out what? Nasi lemak burger, 对吗? 对不对? So this is where you see possible. 赚钱的嘞. You know there's this celebrity called Ben Yo 他把那个海南鸡饭放在那个 burger 对吗？所以是赚钱的东西嘞。It's not about the maths that makes to generate. Mei, are you there? If you are away, please let me know. If not, I keep calling you until I'm very tired. You're wasting my few seconds. Thank you. So look here. The author point of view is that a central aspect of what global politics is like to be coming years will be a crash of civilizations. Take note, it's very dangerous. Your generation. Cultural differences are regarded immutable and likely to conflict. Why? Look here. Worldwide of this society through the impact of multinational companies. Yes, you are talking about Adidas, I'm surprised to say, from Germany. And Puma, I think Puma is also from Germany, right? Puma also from Germany, if I'm not. And then this okay, Louis Vuitton's, Chanel, Gucci, Guess. These are all branded products. How come? I don't. 还有一个是 Miu Miu 是吗 ？Miu Miu 也是一个 very expensive product. Miu Miu I think is from China. How come the China market or the Singapore market? Singapore market is Charles and Keith. If you know, recently you watch the TikTok, right? People say this girl very lame or one cup. Or carry this Charles and Keith. Now she's become famous. Okay. By the way, Charles and Keith is also part of last time in Kuching, also in the school, my previous school. So I'm so proud of him, Charles, doing a good job, making Singapore brand. You guys may come out with your own brand next time. So how are you? Thank you, Mei. How can you compete with the globalization? This is where you need to enforce your learning from here. This is, you see, hybridization is the antidote of integration without the need to give up cultural identity. Please write down, please. If you have this note and print out, then no need. But if you don't have, please write down the one highlighted here. It's very important. And then you see all the, sorry, suddenly I got sinus. Increasing the culture standardization, uniformization, not true. I don't think, because of American society, they want to penetrate to get Americanization to be a bit like propaganda, which is nothing wrong. Look at Japanese food like sake sushi, Mosh burger, There's this called Shark Shack, is it? Is that a Shark Shack burger?
Shake Shack.
A Shake Shack, what Shack? These are from Britain, right? British, right? UK, right? You see? 为什么每个有汉堡包？哎 ，by the way， 我们的小笼包也是包嘞，我们的柠檬包、什么包啊、叉烧包是比他们早期来的嘞。为什么我们的包不可以发扬光大？为什么变成是汉堡包发扬光大 ？Oh my God, seriously, Raymond, can you do something to our 包？Maybe it's your generation No, seriously. I mean, seriously, how many people will go and buy 小笼包、汉堡叉烧包、柠檬包 ？Do you eat by the way, Raymond? You eat Gavin? What kind you eat Jia Ying, you eat Oh, thank God. Okay. But honestly, okay, let's if you ask me to choose Big Mac, Burger King burger, and 叉烧包 I will choose 叉烧包. Seriously, you know why? The other two seems like junk food to me. Right? To me, it's junk food. Okay? Because 柠檬包 and 叉烧包还有什么豆沙包these are all quite healthy food. True. In a way, okay? I feel it. Because it's a steaming, not fried food. This take note also. This is also important. Okay, guys, thank you. So take note, culture. Am I too small for you? Please take note all the black color one because later we're going to talk about more of it. Culture and ideology merge in a single frame if crash with West. So usually the homogenization is from the West most of the time. Okay. So it depends on culture, diversity, identity. And you know, Italy initially didn't allow Starbucks to come into Italy because Italy also have their own coffee. So they are very protective, like protectionism. So they decided to go against Starbucks. And same thing, China. They also against Starbucks to come in, but eventually they come in. So what happened is that they want to preserve their culture, but you know, as time goes by, because of free trade agreements, because of the United Nations, because of all the agreements signed, they have to slowly, surely, and definitely to let these people to penetrate in. And when they start to taste, wow, Starbucks very atas, very high class, then they start to neglect that kind of drinking 功夫茶 or 喝茶. Hey, Raymond, I love Chinese tea. 我很喜欢喝茶嘞，我甚至没有一个亭子If I stay in a landed property I make sure my 那个亭子是做成好像中国功夫茶，哇，像那种武侠小说这样倒茶。Because I feel very good. It's okay, Gavin, you can sit like that, no problem. When you're reading that time, then you can say, it's okay, all right? So next, intercultural hybridization is about, right now, it's very important, Jia Ying. Intercultural hybridizations. Especially Singapore, you cannot deny the fact we have to. Okay, so take note of this. The next. You see, this is a book. Just want to share with you. Cultural hybridizations and cultural homogenizations. The resistance of the others. Paperback. So they are selling at $68 in Amazon just for this book. No need to buy unless you are doing your A-level or your university in culture like social science like me. See, because it's put there under politics and social science and philosophy. But if you want to buy, and actually no need to buy the children, you can go to the library and then go to the National Library, which is in Bugis, the main National Library. I think this book cannot be found in your neighborhood library. Okay. Because this is you may not even find it in the National Library. Maybe you can Google and type and see whether you got a PDF format. But it's damn long. This is a few hundred pages one. This one is really study one. Okay. So just to tell you, you see, there's really a textbook, a book talking about this. So it's nothing new. So it's real life. Raymond and Gavin and Jia Ying and Mei Mei and Wan Kang. It's really 真的, 不是假的. Okay, so next lesson is this one. Now, may I go to my slides? Okay, chapter 10, how do we respond? Okay, come, let's slide 2. You will learn about this one. Okay, American influence, we talked already. We have to give you a walkthrough of homogenization in food. Okay, we also talk about food, right? Okay. Just now, Jia Ying, I was asking you about the Vietnamese food, huh? So just now 我去买龟杂 you know what's 龟杂 right? 果子那个猪的那些肠啊，那个肠啊 the intestine, the pig intestine 啊，你懂吗？猪杂汤啊。So 旁边就有一个越南的小吃牛肉面哦。Seriously 啊 I love Japanese beef noodles a lot. But 我现在阿弥陀佛，我不吃牛肉这么多了啊。So you see 啊。Imagine they do not allow Vietnamese to come to Singapore. We will not have a chance to taste the flavor of Vietnamese. That's my daughter behind. You will not taste the Vietnamese food with you. 哦，他走掉了，妹妹 sorry. So you cannot be able to taste. So same thing. You will have Vietnamese food. Even you got French. I got a French chef in Singapore who come here. Okay, every time in the Facebook, he do a lot of beautiful French cuisine, French food. So you see, this country is a cosmopolitan and metropolitan country where you allow, I think food is the best good example. They got these 3 things right now of Jia Ying and Wang Kang. If you are not done, and Mian Mian, there are 3 things food right now, food, fashion and entertainment. These 3哪一个最重要？就像刚才我问你的时候 ，homogenization 的 hybrid， 我说 hybrid 来 ，food。Fashion and entertainment 哪一个是最重要？在一个国家，我觉得是 food 啦。Okay, there's a question came out like that, huh? Okay. Later you'll see, for me, I always choose food. 民厨为什么四海名厨什么？民以食为天是吗？有这个成语吗？民以食为天对吗？有哦，民以食为天。So food will travel around. Oh, by the way, do you know Marco Polo came to China that time? When they saw the 板面the 拉面there was a joke, Raymond. There was a joke. So he went back, become spaghetti. Get the joke? He can't do the 板面, so he ended up spaghetti. So okay, let's talk about this. Okay, ready? Let's brainstorm about this more. So culture exchange promote diversity, but not true. Some country will not allow homogenization to intervene their country culture. Especially right now, Jia Ying and Wang Kang and Mimi. The country that they don't allow is Middle East. Okay, it's Middle East. Why? Why Middle East, Javin?
Maybe like the exchanges will like make them
You
make
do
their
geography?
culture.
Bro, you do geography?
Yes.
Geography, Middle East is Muslim country, Islam.
Yeah.
So 你可以卖肉干给他们吗？
No.
So cannot 咯。Then what about Starbucks? 可以吗？
Maybe.
Yes, because certain coffee got this alcohol, right? So Muslim cannot drink alcohol, You know that? Cannot, no? You sell alcohol can in the Muslim country only at certain outlets for the foreigners. Because foreigner tourists will visit them. During the Ramadan, like the fasting month, 刚刚过, they don't even allow the tourists or foreigners to eat openly. They only give you a certain areas to eat. So Wang Kang, you know Brunei? Brunei? You know it's Brunei. Why is that? Brunei. Brunei currency and Singapore currency is the same. You know, my friend stay in Brunei, Wang Kang, he say, wow, very boring. You say, why? Bro, after 7 o'clock, got no nightlife. Cannot go to pub and drink. Cannot go disco. Cannot go dancing. Cannot all this. Because their country is a very Muslim, Islamic country. Very holy. Okay. In fact, the Sultan of Brunei, I think they own one of the hotels in Singapore. Not 1 or 2 hotels, okay? Wow, how I wish to be a godson for him. Okay, so culture homogenization, the process by which local cultures are changed by foreign cultures to become more and more similar with an aspect of foreign cultures. So foreign influence become dominant and reduce the influence of culture. So do you think it's good now? So later you tell me, Starbucks, thanks to you, Wang Kang. Can you imagine so many now? All those green colors are Starbucks. Scary, yeah. China, you see. I tell you, you do one China business enough really. Indonesia, Singapore, Malaysia. Wow, look at it. One can't see you talk about Starbucks. Do you think Starbucks will go bankrupt? That means 倒闭，没有 Starbucks 了，拜拜。
Not that easily.
Yes, it will. Why you say that? It's in your textbook, guys. If you have a textbook in front, please refer to this textbook. And I said it's a relevant questions. Why Starbucks will not fall so easily? But it may be possible, provided the leader, the CEO will not screw up. Look at the textbook if you have your textbook in front of you, or you can get your textbook, because the Starbucks involve of educations, involve of replanting the beans, involve of Starbucks, yes. Can you turn on your camera again? Please don't turn on and turn off, turn on and turn off, please. Very annoying. What star? I'm asking you to turn on the camera. I'm asking you to turn on your camera. Please, thank you. So Wang Kang, you see the Starbucks, because they got education program, they help the farmer to replant the seed, to have cultivation, to educate them to the plant, reduce, reuse, recycle, and reproduce. So the farmer feel good. And they also give scholarship, Wang Kang, to their children to study. And even they invite scientists and geologists, or all people who are professional people, to maintain their coffee plantation. Because Wang Kang, you're talking to one of the ex-staff of Starbucks, me, who before I start working in Starbucks, I went through the whole series of program, how Starbucks, and 我品尝了不同的咖啡嘞 from Brazil, from China, I think, and from Africa, from North America, from different parts of the world. Even collapse. And you don't believe, Wang Kang, you go to shopping center now in Singapore. Every time you go to a shopping center, they sure have a Starbucks one. True enough. They sure have a Starbucks. And then if you don't believe, beside a Starbucks, they sure will have a coffee bean. Somewhere beside it will have a coffee bean. Then a Starbucks coffee bean, then you will find a Ya-Kun. Right? You'll find Ya-Kun. It's very funny. So you see, it might slowly, because the Ya-Kun, people will still like Ya-Kun. You know why not, Wang Kang? Because it's hybrid. 还有那个鸡蛋，你懂吗？鸡蛋 half boiled egg， 还有那个面包烤面包 ，Starbucks 没有，Starbucks 没有。So 老人家像我这样，我会去吃Ya-Kun。right？ 你看一个 Starbucks coffee 5块钱的 Raymond， 我吃Ya-Kun我5块钱，我还有2粒鸡蛋，还有烤面包，还有一杯咖啡。哇，是不是物有所值？But then why Starbucks they give back? Starbucks give back to the society. Seriously, they give back. Please look at your textbook You know what I mean Okay, like this one, Starbucks in Italy. You see why? If you watch the video, no time how the Italian feel about opening Starbucks? They don't like, because they will erode their culture. Because Italy have their own coffee, and now you're taking away their business. Is there a Caesarea near your place? You know Caesarea? The restaurant called Caesarea. Then welcome to Italy. We have the nice spaghetti and Lamborghini and Ferrari. So we have eat nice foods for you. Why? Because Italy has a longer history. Do you know that? Jiaying, do you know that? Remember? Hello, the Roman Empire the Roman Empire. Jesus Christ was nailed by the Roman. Hello, Julius Caesars. They thousands of years. So if 1,000 of years history is going to be eroded by a Starbucks in American, hey, hello, brother, how will you feel? All right, Raymond, please bye-bye. You can go. But why slowly they allowed them to come in? Why? That is a big question, okay? That is a big question. I asked before. If you are smart, go and think of this question. Why China allowed Starbucks to come back? Go and Google it and check. Why Italy allowed Starbucks to come back? Why? 你听过这句话吗？ If you cannot beat them, you join them. 听过吗？ If you cannot beat them, you join them. 听过哈？ But 他们有孙子兵法，中国有孙子兵法，意大利1000多年 got the art of war also. Why? I don't want to tell you now. So Jia Ying, Raymond, and all of you. Next lesson, Uncle Raymond. Last lesson, you talk about why Starbucks eventually and finally inside the Italy and China. Please go and think now. I got my answer of course. The hint is that I asked you the art of war, right? Why they allow Starbucks to come in? Why? What is the reason? Which benefit? Remember, Raymond and Galvin, we talked about individual country and individual governments and country. Remember last lesson? Think give you a hint already. You see this one, this one no math one. This one is an open-ended answer. I hate this girl. Don't talk about this girl. This girl is really Raymond, I don't mind I send to you, but just keep to yourself, okay, Raymond? Don't say, ready? Yes. You know who is she?
No, I don't.
Anyone know she's a very famous Disney celebrity. Disney.
Oh, Miley Cyrus.
Yeah, it's a very my elder son watched her when he was young and when he was having Disney those series. It's a very nice girl in the Disney channel. No, Disney cannot be RA, cannot be anything. Very nice. But later when grew up, she was horrendous. And you realize most of the countries in Malaysia banned her. Okay, you see? So not everything were allowed it. I'm so sorry, maybe some of the teachers are very sensitive, especially some of them are Christian schools, some of them are what. But let me openly tell you, she is look at the way she dressed. I will not agree to that. And this what is I say, oh, freedom of speech by the women, then yeah, I agree. Freedom of speech, but not this kind of dressing. And not many countries allow it. Wait, agreement, how come Singapore allow? Then you can think why. Okay. Now, reflection on cultural harmonization. So by looking at the previous all the slides, after understanding the Starbucks story, discussion about watching the video on the opening of Starbucks in Italy and the instance of rejections of foreign culture by other countries, what can you conclude about the tension arising from the cultural homogenizations? So I give you the hint already, right? Why China eventually allowed Starbucks? Why Italy allowed? And why certain countries don't allow Miley Cyrus? Why is this her name again?
It's called Miley Cyrus.
Miley Cyrus, sorry. Okay. So why do you like why she's not able to perform in certain country? 另有乾坤，听过这句话哈，对不对？另有乾坤哦，there's some hidden agenda. That one, the Miley Cyrus is very simple. It's because the culture, dressing. So one can remember just now I talked about food, fashion, entertainment. So which one has a serious impact to a country? So this one confirm entertainment now. This one also confirm fashion now. But is it is it a very huge problem to the country now? Or just a small thing? 这样也可以啊，我糟糕，我怎么想？ That is why the last three chapter is really a big issue that you need to talk. If you can cover the last 3 issues of social study and do well, going to project management for A-level is going to be a breeze. Trust me, okay? Now, key takeaways. Cultural homogenizations can be perceived as a threat and competition to local establishment, which offers similar products like Starbucks. Remember, this seriously, I really want you to go and research on the Italy and China. And type this title, Jia Ying and all of you listening, and Wang Kang. Why Starbucks was rejected in China. Then next one would be why Starbucks was rejected in Italy. Okay, then later you put why Starbucks was finally accepted in China and why Starbucks was finally accepted in Italy. Seriously, because it's good, Wang Kang and all of you for your argumentative essay and expository and explanatory and discursive essay. Trust me, you may not be using it now, but if you're moving to A-level, this topic might surface out. Culture differences. So 你先睹为快 So I will tell you the answer next week. So you must remind me, all of you, Jia-Ying, and all of you must. Uncle Raymond, last week on the 23rd of April, you asked me to check with you. So what is the answer? Okay. Understanding and using the same predominance, write this word of predominance language. Predominant language is predominant, this word is very important. And open up more opportunity. This word is super important, please write down. More opportunity for individuals and others to provide a greater choice. So predominance is what, hey, hello, Raymond, what's so good about your school? Hey, hello, Raymond, what's so good about your RM t-shirt? Say, let's say you design a t-shirt called RM, Raymond Miam, RM. Like, you know, this Tommy Hilfiger, and this Adidas, let's say the logo. So you put your t-shirt RM. It was so good about RM. 你听过梁宁吗？李宁还是梁宁啊？那个 badminton player 的那个 sport。
李宁。
李宁。Why I don't do Yonex? You know Yonex, right? Yonex badminton, why don't I do choose other brand Adidas? Why Li Ning, right? Why? He's a celebrity, ma. 对不对? And he represent, he's also one of the best badminton player. Okay, so big deal. What's so good? Why? You see, the whole thing, ladies and gentlemen, these few topics is talking about sales and marketing. Seriously. Do you realize, you don't believe me, guys, go and Google it if you are so free. All the CEO, most of them, they may not have technical background. You think Steve Jobs got technical background? No. The person who designed the iPhone is a very autistic guy who is so good at designing the iPhone. Steve Jobs tell him, okay, please design an iPhone, got this, he come up. Most of the CEO may not be good in math or technical background. They definitely got a good EQ and social study or humanities subject. Trust me. Because they are all business minded. How to make my product better? How can I win my competitors? And how can I let Starbucks penetrate? You see, if this CEO can allow Starbucks to penetrate Italy and China, wow, his salaries, wow. Correct or not, Raymond? Why should I buy RM t-shirt? I can buy Adidas, nicer. Yeah, your logo maybe looks good now, better than Adidas or Nike, but why? That's the thing. That is where your RM t-shirt, whenever you go, celebrity wear, fashion and entertainment, social responsibility, and the predominance of your presence. Now you get it, Raymond. Now you get it. Charles and Kate took a while to build out. Nobody want to buy their products. Today, you see, don't give up, which is here. If you give up, may lead to loss of things. See, I don't mind. I always like to tell a story, but I want to link to my slide. So you feel, oh, you are not lost. Okay? Don't mind. And how do I have a greater choice? You see? Raymond, now you realize Sienna, every time I wear Adidas, Nike, New Balance, now I got RM t-shirt. And RM t-shirt is different. I wear already, I associate with certain group of people. Do you play golf now, Raymond?
No.
Your parents play golf or anyone of play golf?
No, but I learned before.
So you know when you play golf, you see the people, the way they dress different. Right? They don't wear sandals and play golf, right? You know. They wear sandals, they will hello, excuse me, the number 3, the guy wearing sandal, please go and change your shoe. Thank you. This is an announcement. You know. Kevin. You realize it's about the very objective that you have to portray yourself, the image. Okay, let's talk about cultural hybridizations. Cultural hybridization occurs when the foreign and local culture are blended together, result in unique combinations containing elements from both cultures, produce new cultures, cultural products change the nature of local culture. Wow, this is so true, no? This is so true that maybe, which one can you think of one that can blend it together? Give you 1 minute to think. Yes. Which one do you think? They can hybrid together in Singapore. Come on, think of one. Come on. Write down. If you think of one, write down. I want you to think first. It can be food, it can be fashion, it can be entertainment. Gavin? I give you a hint, Western food. That's food, Then fashion, I'm talking about the, the Peranakans, the Peranakans. Have you heard of 娘惹的牛虾粽子呢？你吃过吗？hybrid right？ 粽子是中国的文化，可是变成因为Peranakan 是王干是马来人跟华人，对吗？hybrid 你see我给你 food 了哦。So fashion 也是一样吗？娘惹也是有穷衫对吗？穿旗袍对吗？可是他穿的是sarung kebaya， is it sarung kebaya？That means 很像马来的衣服，又很像华人的传统，对吗？That is fashion Entertainment, of course, you can say K-pop. But I would say Singapore, we talk about during National Day. You see that they got 4 religions using 4 different instruments to play at the same time, right? Like sing the Chinese song. Like for example, 那个楼上楼下一家亲是吗？五角鸡，你听过那首歌五角鸡吗？那个是华文的歌，可是他们用马来的 instrument to play。That's entertainment。你听过五角鸡吗？那首歌没有听过，那怎么唱啊？You know 五角鸡 means a common corridor 啦，in English。小人物的心声听过吗？我从来都不在乎自己不是个大将。Okay, that song is in Chinese. But they can use the Indian instrument, the Malay instruments to play. That is entertainment. Okay, get it? That means you feel. Then when they sing Malay song, they use the Chinese 古筝. You know the this one Cham Mali Chan Hey Hey. You know the song right? 你听到弦了 So they can change in the song. Okay, guys, come on. Yes? Nobody? Because you will have to get a feel of it, no?
Uncle Raymond.
Hmm.
Can I say that English is an example of cultural hybridization?
Yes. Right now, yes. Correct. It's the identity of Singapore culture. Yes. You are right. Well done. Good. That is which one? It cannot be food, right? It cannot be food, right?
I think it's language and
Language,
culture.
but it's under entertainment or fashion.
I don't think it's entertainment. It's got to be
between entertainment and fashion. It's a fashion where we talk, right? Yes. Okay, how about the rest? How about the rest? No? One count?
I'm not very sure, but like, is Hokkien mee counted? Because like they use Chinese like noodles and they use like chili from like the Malays.
You can use the chili crab, Hokkien mee, and also laksa. Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's food, Thank you. Jia Ying. What do you think, Jia Ying? Or Gavin, what do you think?
Like sweets, maybe like food.
Sweet 糖果 Okay.
Yes.
Like what sweet? Example. Give me example. Must example.
Maybe like sweets made from pineapple tarts or something.
Oh, okay. Maybe the packagings might be a bit different also can. It can be. Okay, thank you. How about Jia Ying? Very simple. If you cannot find, you just Google and type. Okay, hybridization in Singapore food, fashion, and entertainment. You see, I don't want to tell you now. I tell you now, just I don't tell you. Maybe. Any idea, Mimi?
No.
You need to get at least one or two, because it also can help you in your situation writing. When they come for, like, when your cousin want to come to Singapore to enjoy the food and entertainment, that kind of stuff. Okay, right. So cultural hybridizations. Okay, look at the page. Okay, this one is not important. Yes, English. You see, English. Don't want lah. You always have the la that kind of things. Okay. What are the some example? You say there. What are the some possible trade-off of cultural hybridizations? Okay. So hybridization can produce new cultural products. Yeah. Thank you, Wang Kang, like Hokkien Mee. Laksa. Retain interest in local cultures which might be lost. Yes, Hokkien Mee is one of them. Even now Hokkien Mee, they can put in 可能放鲍鱼啦，放 maybe some Western food. They are a bit hungry already. Oh, 鲍鱼. Everyone love 鲍鱼. Okay, and what else do we have? What else do we have? Laksa, yes, laksa. They got this Penang laksa. It's an Assam laksa, which is Malay plus a Chinese one. So yes, may not include all elements of the culture from which they would derive. Depends. Changes to the natural of local culture, which sometimes may not be welcome. True. Sometimes they say you lost the taste. Hey, don't spoil. I don't like to mix with other cultures. So there's a disadvantage for that as well. So this one, yes, Americanization, we talk so much about it, right? Next, we talk about, okay, quiz, not interested. So this is the one, homogenization, independence. People do not become subjects of American ideologies. But because of Americanization, take note of this. You see the difference between Americanization and Westernization is different. Americanization is really USA product. Westernizations, like what you say, Raymond, Germany, Nike, Reebok, or IKEA, yes, IKEA, Finland, Nokia, all these products are Westernizations. Okay, and you see, people ideology, culture's content is different, and instead, American culture content empowers people to believe. Because Americans is a great country after World War II. So they portray themselves, if you wear a product, you feel good about it. You feel great. You feel self-confident. You feel proud of it. Like wearing the USA t-shirt, something like that. So, but then what about now? Now it's different already. Now people can wear a Vietnamese t-shirt, a big star, or even a China flag t-shirts, or Singaporean t-shirts, or Malaysian t-shirt, or even Japanese football, the JTA, JFA, Japan Football Association t-shirts, that kind of stuff. And as a student, do hip hop, they are acquiring all these like hip hop rappers, okay, like rock and roll, like pop culture, all these are Americanizations. So do you agree? Yes, in a certain ways that we have more or less influence. So there are questions to ask about this kind of Americanization, Americanism or Americanizations, or Americans' influence or American cultures. But then, is it avoidable? What is the pros and cons? So you might come up in your essay question like this also. So American, is it a threat or not? So yes, it's definitely a threat to local cultures, language, and local entertainment industry. Like the France. So in China, they also restrict certain foreign movie to come into China. Or same as, okay, North Korea, don't need to say how, Raymond. North Korea is definitely 100% no one. So that one is a different story because the ideology is different already. So this is what, okay, if you are talking about open economy, yeah, there's a lot of countries may not accept Americanization because of their way of their violence, their culture, the way they talk about LGBT. Sure, there's some country will not accept LGBT, right? Okay. No, there's a show talking about this guy who transformed into girl, the way they dress. I don't know what show is that, to show that they are able to dress like a ladies and perform in front of the stage. So yeah, that not all of them support that. So okay, rejection of Americanization in entertainment is very, very common nowadays. People are coming in with the K-pop, J-pop, so American feel a threat already. Oh my goodness, for the past 30, 40 years, everyone support me, but now they decided not to support me. How? Die lah. That means, is it a good thing? It may be a good thing, it may be a bad thing. It all depends on how you perceive it, the predominance way of looking at things, and whether you think that, oh, if it's taken away, will I bring back my original culture? All right, so I stop here. Okay, let's talk about this one here. Okay, one can just now you read already, or no, right? So let's talk about the first questions. Let's check one. Okay, this one we done already. Did we go through the answer before? No, right? No, Wangka. Okay, let's go. So we do L3 lah, we do L3, we don't do L1, L2 lah. Let's go.
The government or project owners can raise awareness of the needs of the community. The government or project owners can create awareness through brochures, mass media, or social media to justify the needs of go ahead of the project, which is usually to benefit the community. This is necessary so that accurate information are disseminated to the public. They can also meet up with the affected residents to find out their concerns so that their concerns can be addressed. The building, for example, the building of the Cross Island Line, the government has highlighted the need for having that line cutting through the central catchment area and continues to discuss the issues with the public.
So what's so great? Okay, the question asks you, right? The question it asks is what? In your opinion, can Singapore be more accepting towards the needs of the community as things? So do you think they allow these type of things to happen? So? Do you think they allow this like building a community's hospital or old folks home? Do they allow no? Like the line crossing, not at my backyard, right? So let's go.
When residents are able to see the positive sides of the project, they may be able to appreciate the common good for the community and try to be supportive in proceeding the project. They will not be so resistant and try to bear with some inconveniences and go along the community's decision.
How? Inconvenience and go along, right? So how? So is it good now, Wangka, to vote or not to vote? To vote and say, okay, I support, like just like, you know, 少数服从多数, right? Majority, to say, okay, this one is good for the people staying around here. If we build this community service or build this old folks home or build this and that, do we think it's good? So that is it. Will Singaporeans accept this? We do not know whether at the end of the day, after many years, will they bring more problem or more benefits? We do not know. At the end of the day, it's just that we want to see whether it's help to serve people. Okay. Because Singapore is limited, okay, let's see. Okay, let's go there. Carry on.
Educating the young to be more empathetic to the needs of the community develops Singapore to be a more gracious society. Students in school can be educated through character and leadership education and social studies. During these lessons, threats of certain groups in our community can be discussed. With this, students are able to see beyond their immediate concern and develop a wider perspective of the needs of the community. School can also organize values in education programs that can allow students to visit some of the elder care centers or outreach centers for migrant workers, so that students can have a deeper understanding of their sufferings. For example, lessons on the living and working conditions of migrant workers can be deliberated so that students can feel for these workers and be more welcoming and be appreciative of their presence.
How? Social study, you see? How? I shake my head. Must go through social study then you learn something? Or is it that you need to bring your student like VIA to do something? Or is it that you have to do your own volunteer, right? Remember volunteerism to do something? Or is it you need to have a deeper understanding by providing, how should I say, more interactive to understand, like go around to door and say, hello, excuse me, can you help me to do this? Can you help me to do that? I'm here to help you. Or you allow, see, these are all educating the people. So you ask me, why is it? Because of that, a lot of countries, they realize that recently France, they want to increase the retirement age to another 2 years to 65. Wow, they're not happy. And one country straight away go to the on the street riots, start to fight, start to create problems. Same thing. What happens if Singapore were to create something like that? Will people go on the street and say, well, I know how丢垃圾丢什么给警察吗? We do not know. Hopefully not lah. Please carry on.
When Singaporeans are educated from young to be more understanding and open-minded to the needs of others, they will learn to be able to consider various perspectives and weigh the trade-off from decision. Hence, this will help Singaporeans to be more accepting to new projects that have to be set up in the neighborhood, as they are able to consider the needs of others over their own inconveniences.
You see, it takes a while now you understand why you need to study social study. It takes a while for you to understand many years later on the reason why you have to do it, the reason why you must protect your community, the reason why social study will eventually help you to mature your mind that, oh, it is our responsibility and duty to do it. If not, we can't do anything with it. Very sad. If we have one day we have to go through this, it's not a good thing with it. So this is one of the answer, okay? But I don't really disagree with the answer. Like, you need more than that. What is the more than that? Anyone can tell me what is the more than that? You need more than that just to make sure that not tell me, hey, EN, MP, hey, I don't like this idea. Can you please, for goodness sake, don't put this here. I don't want these old folks to be here. I don't want this community center. I don't want this Caribbean 放那些骨灰的在我家的对面 I don't want to make a road 风水 all these things. How? You tell me what is the words? Anyone? Start with C, end with N. You must show compassion. You must show compassion, right? Agree now? You must show compassion. You must show passion and compassion and empathy. You must show that you really care for the community. You must show that, okay, this is something that I need to do because, you see, the question say what? As you see, Singaporean be more accepting towards the need of the community. Because you must know certain places that you stay, like maybe in Brick Hill, Bukit Merah, or certain Jurong West or Tampines East, they got this space that a lot of old folks that you need to provide certain services. Okay, thank you, Wang Kang. Extract 2 and 3. What is 2 and 3? Reflect on the roles of citizens in contributing to the good of society. How far do you agree the citizen contributing to the needs of society are more significant than the citizen influencing the government? I told you before, right? Is definitely citizen more important than the goods of services like the government's influencing? Maybe you have been more than half an hour, did not turn on the camera, same as the previous other lessons. May I know what happened? It's to be fair to the rest, okay? Can you please turn on your camera? Okay. Jiaying, are you able to read to the class for L4, please? L3.
Do I start from the what or the no?
Citizen.
Oh, okay. Citizens can work for the good of society by contributing to the needs of society. Individuals and organized groups can address the needs of their fellow citizens by responding to the issues and challenges they care about. How individuals can contribute to the needs of society through volunteering their time, effort, and money towards meaningful causes. An example of an individual who contributed to the environmental needs of Singapore is Miss
Eliza.
Eliza. She started a litter at a time
就是丢垃圾啊 a little, yes.
To encourage people to pick up just a piece of litter a day. Miss Ng also went on regular clean-up exercises with her children. She encourages Singaporeans to pledge to pick up litter, just a piece of litter a day, even though we may not be responsible in creating the mess. Responsible.
人人有责，对吗？匹夫有责。So this is like everyone play a part. So Uncle Raymond, what happens if I do not know Eliza? So what example should I give? There are a lot of examples in the Google. One of them you can type Sasuke is actually one of my business partner who are in Singapore. She's from Austria. Her husband also a Singaporean. She always asks the two kids to go around to Bukit Batok. If you are staying in Bukit Batok or Bukit Gombak, you will see her going around to pick up litters to make sure the place is clean. Okay, she has a software. No, what am I talking about? She has a software. She has an app. Okay, it's called Sasuke. Oh, sorry, I sent to Raymond alone. I should send to everyone. Sorry. You can download the apps and then you can exchange for things. That app itself has a lot of things. And yesterday, my company also talked about eco-friendly. You can go to ecofriendly.com or go to our Instagram. Uncle Raymond was there at the Plaza Sing yesterday talking about Earth Day. In fact, yesterday was Earth Day, talking about how to keep the environments, things like that. So these are the things that help, okay, to bring the sustainability, eco-friendly, a well, clean and good environment. Carry on.
Organized groups, such as informal groups, can also contribute to the needs of society. An example is Mr. Jeremy Trott, who contributed through creating an informal group called S3 Haze Rescue, where he asked people to donate masks during the haze period. Almost immediately after seeing the pollutant standards index rise to 321 one day, this group then distributed these masks to the elderly and needy.
It's true, no? It was in the news before. I think that time you all may be very young. That was about 5-6 years ago. It's true, this guy, and because of that, now you understand the government take the initiative to give masks during COVID. You see, that's why I feel the individual is always 匹夫有责. Because of that individual set up, you say, wow, 你看 Raymond, 那个 Gavin 一个人就可以做了，可以帮这么多，那政府做什么？这个政府哪来有屁用啊？ Well, then of course no, right? So the government will start to do something because of some individuals to set a good example. Not everything the government knows, seriously. We are not gods. So if the individual started off and if the government don't follow, then you can scold the government. But if the government take over and hold a bigger responsibility, you should thank the individual. So that's why I feel the individuals is more important, especially during the World War II. All the individual businessmen in Singapore as well in other parts contribute to fight the anti-Japanese war. See, so I feel the individual that is very 人人有责，匹夫有责，对吗？ Everyone plays a part. That's what I feel. Carry on.
Hence, when citizens contribute to the needs of society, they are able to complement the role of the government as their actions help to improve the lives of others directly, as well as improve areas of society that the government may not be able to directly impact. Their actions will also inspire others to make similar improvements, which will be of benefit to society as a whole. Citizens can also work for the good of society by influencing government's decisions. Feedback and suggestions provided by Singaporeans can influence the decisions made and plans for Singapore.
I think there's a good example. If I'm not mistaken, you know the Gobi Desert in China, right? Gobi Desert. I remember there's one couple or something that he or she go and plant some greenery to cover certain part of desert. Because of that, the government took the initiative later on to build the whole place to be so nice. If I'm not wrong, I'm not sure whether it's the government first or the individual. Whatever it is, they want to make the place more eco-friendly, more environmental free from pollutions, which is good, and reduce the desert storm to come into Beijing. You know, like when I was in Beijing, I tell you, luckily that time was don't have the storm, because when it was autumn and winter, so not so bad. But I heard the spring and summer is very bad when they grow. I'm not sure, because I don't have the sandstorm, the sand blowing to Beijing. So this is the things that the individual plays a significant role to improve the conditions of the countries. And then the government keep aware, wow, Gavin is doing that, not bad as a citizen. Or Raymond is doing that. Raymond is doing that. Wang can also do that. Jia is doing it. So we shall call for a meeting now. Government, we shall call for a group. And then maybe Gavin, you can spearhead the project. Raymond, you can spearhead to that project. Jia, you can spearhead to whatever your group project. Or Wang Kan, maybe you can spearhead to save like a newspaper for recycled newspaper, or maybe you can spear a project. So this is what I feel the individual play a more significant role, especially when it comes to this type of things. Because if a Malay were to come in, or Indian or Chinese coming, it's different, no? Seriously. That's how I feel it. Carry on.
Our Singapore conversation enabled citizens to come together to share their views and ideas about what matters to Singapore, as well as their hopes and dreams. This conversation allowed for exchange of ideas among citizens and between citizens and the government. Through OSC, there were 12 perspectives that were highlighted by citizens. These were narrowed to 5 categories: opportunities, purpose, assurance, spirit, and trust. Through the contributions of Singaporeans, the government becomes aware of the aspirations of Singaporeans. This awareness helped the government in decision making when charting the future.
Very important, awareness, alertness, and attentions are charting the future of Singapore, because they see that every Singaporeans and every citizen are doing their parts. So they feel good. Just like same thing in China. There are 1.4 billion people. We need at least 100 million of people in China to set an example. It's good enough already. No need to be 200, 500, maybe 1,000 people, or 1,000 rich businessmen to expand the business to help the young startup to be more billionaire. Well, I tell you, it will be beautiful. That is the things. If everyone is that. So initially, I feel that communism is not a way to go. But as I think of it, I might change my perspective about communism. So Raymond, I'm not sure whether you're anti or you're pro or whatever, you keep your view. But as far as concerned, I'm still very anti-communism. But looking through the China and Vietnam's, except North Korea, which I feel that North Korea is also not wrong in terms of certain regulations to keep their culture there. You see? So sometimes after getting older and be teaching more, I must be not biased and impartial to my thoughts. So it's like this. So we must be fair. So the government is looking into ways of this. Carry on, sorry. Hence,
this feedback and the views shared by both individuals and organized groups will allow the government to be more aware of the concerns and aspirations of Singaporeans, as well as issues that the government might miss out on. This feedback will enable the government to relook at the present policies and make decisions that will be beneficial to the well-being for all Singaporeans and building a cohesive country.
Yes. If every individual, you see, if the government were to enforce it and say everyone must do, certain people will not be willing to do. But if the individual come out and do it, people will follow suit. That's what I feel, in my opinion. So, okay, last one. Min, are you there? Are you able to read the last paragraph, Min? I give you 3 seconds to reply me. Are you there? I've informed my colleague that you did not turn on the camera in case you ask me, okay? So, Min, are you there?
Oh, wait, sorry. I just came back from
No, if you are going away from the screen, you should tell me in advance. If not, I'll be keeping calling your name. Okay,
I went
and
to
you
the
do not turn on
toilet.
your cameras. Yeah, but you
I
should
went
tell
to
me I'm
toilet.
away from toilets. And then if you in the toilet, you still can turn on your camera, but at least you tell me until I'll be away. Okay, your camera is still on, but now you're back, you still also don't want to turn on your camera.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, Kelvin, can you read the last paragraph? Thank you.
The citizens' role in influencing government decisions is more important than the role in contributing to the needs of society, in contributing to the good of society. By influencing government's decisions, citizens are able to work with a governmental group that has access to extensive available resources, and hence their actions will have a greater extent of impact
I'm so happy.
contributing to the good of society. On the other hand, citizens may have limited access to resources on their own, and their actions in contributing to the needs of society will have limited extent of impact in contributing to the good of society.
So you say it's good that individual want to do, but because they have limited access to certain organization, access to certain policy, or access to certain restriction. For example, if they want to hold a talk, they must ask for permits, or they want to hold something, they may not have enough capital money to do it. But with the help of the government, with some money to pump in to help, then these activities or this event will kick off well. Okay. So, however, it's still necessary for citizens to continue to play a part in making Singapore a better place. You see? So my answer is still coordinate with it. So it's still important, ladies and gentlemen, that every citizen play an important part. Okay, next one. I would like to share with you this one here. Okay, this is a cupboard. Okay, please take note. In case you forget what is the cupboard for, you can realize this is a very important cupboard for your future if you as long as you're staying in Singapore. So you look at the first cupboard, it's called MediSave. The cupboard is very small, the amount. Then later you open up the second cupboard, it's called MediShield. So these two cupboard, or these two drawer, not cupboard, sorry. The first drawer and the second drawer, okay? You realize that the drawer is a bit small. The money, let's say you pump in here, might eventually use up, because that person might use up for their other medical expenses, like operations, surgeries, or certain medicine he have to take. They end up this one no money, they have to buy a MediShield, which is used for AIA, NTUC Income, Prudential, Aviva, AXA, all the insurance companies to co-pay your medical bills. But what happens if these two run out one day and that person don't have money, cannot pay for medical bill? This is where the medic funds come in. Where this you see this drawer is a much bigger drawer. So this money is where your parents pay their income tax, their GST, their COE, whatever taxes, they'll pump in certain money here, so that the people who do not have the first two drawer will be able to, the government will be able to use this drawer to do something, to help this Singaporean or PR, usually mostly are Singaporean PR, of course, be fair, to pay for their medical expenses. Usually this medical funds is used for 80 years now. Okay, don't say 80, maybe 60 years and above. Because by the time 60 years, most of the auntie, uncle cannot work already. Why? Because their spare part, their organs are not functioning well. So end up they have to go and see doctor, and then maybe they never buy insurance from young. Then the medicine 没有了， so 没有钱了， 没有钱看医生，糟糕，就要靠政府去还这些医药费。So it's good that from young, you all need to buy some insurance plans to cover your medical expenses. It's super important, okay? So this is just to update you. These are the 3 layers. So MediFund is those for poor people who can't afford medical services. So this one is a good long one, so I will keep it next week to talk about what is globalization. Okay, this one is an essay, but it's good to talk about it. So before I end, just to share this homework by Raymond now. So in your opinion, say answer is one strategy in which this is Singaporeans. Raymond.
Oh, yes.
So cannot spell like that, you know, huh?
Yeah, in the exam I cannot, but now like I'm in a rush, so yeah.
Okay, so don't in the rush. If you cannot hand in on spot, it's okay. All right, because I want my student to get a habit to copy and to write according to exam format. This is very important. So one way in which Singaporeans can be more accepting towards the need of colleagues is to volunteer themselves in events which involve helping people within an individual community. Okay, so this is one answer to show that Raymond did the homework and hand it to me at 6:54 p.m. today. So another strategy is for the SG governments. It's nothing wrong to put this in your exam, but be careful. You can put SG, then bracket Singapore, then you put all the way SG. Okay, in case you are running out of time, for example. But the best is very to raise public awareness through different medias. How? So this is a description. What is the explanation? To classify that certain facilities or projects are put in place. Like what? What facilities? Maybe you can think of is if you are staying near the HDB flat, the downstairs, they got this exercise equipment, the cycling, all these things for people to do. Think of it. Just imagine, Raymond, you are the MP now of this zone you have. Oh, okay, MP. Let's say you're staying in Tampines. You are the MP. What kind of facility that you can or can help people to build in a community to come together? Okay, one of them is a block party and house party. Floor party, sorry, not house party. Floor party 就是7楼每个7楼的邻居还是楼上楼下下来 celebrate something like that to have a bonding. So this is Raymond's answer. I will go through next week. And then the next one is 8 marks on citizens contributing to this society is significant. Citizens have an important role to play. Why? Often citizens contribute in area they what? They are passionate, right? Is this a passionate?
Yes.
Passionate and concerned about what? Concerned about what? About the well-being of the citizen in terms of health or what? So it must be more specific. As a result, there's a greater sense of communal, like what? You must give an example. Next example, now a second example is that decision for good society is what? Feedback and suggestion, yes. Which is a Singapore conversation. That one is important, okay? And then finally, I've not seen your last paragraph. Did you compare which one is more important? Yes, I think yes. So overall, I agree that the statement to a small extent, my advice is don't put that to a large extent, to a small extent, to a certain extent. My advice is to agree that to a small extent has the citizen influencing. If you put a small extent, that means you still agree now? So you say, I haven't finished your essay, so I'm just giving an example. A small extent to the citizen influencing government decision for the good. And what about this is because government is more resourceful. So the government is more important than individual, is it, Raymond?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Then you don't put like that. You should put the government. I overall agree that the government decisions, citizen contributing to the government decision is more important to a large extent. You don't put the other way around. Don't confuse. Okay. Never mind. You get what I'm saying now. If you agree to the citizen contributing to government resources, then you say that one first. Okay, you know what I'm talking about, Raymond? Okay. So same thing. Next week, remind me about the Starbucks, the Italy, and the China one. I will put there also in my notes. Then the next one is that whatever you have finished the homework, submit to me. Okay, so Raymond, you've done that one already, so don't do anything about the homework. So for the past few homework, then those of you have not submit, then just complete and submit to me. Okay. Right, those you have finished already, okay, continue to do whatever your homework for other subject. All right. So next Sunday, I will give you another new